Peekaboo! Hello! How's it going?
Good.
Hello, Treasure. Let's go. So, 3 times 5k in the bank. Yeah, I'm feeling absolutely cooked, I'm not gonna lie. But some marathon training, right? So if I can go sort of lowish 16, that'll be incredible. But yeah, it's gonna be tough, that's for sure. Who have I got over here? Lorenzo, what time are you going?
I'm not sure today, but low 17s.
Low 17s?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll catch you afterwards.
See ya.
Let's go, Lorenzo. The dogs are... Oh, jeez, are you serious? Wow! Let's go! Let's go, enjoy.
Wow, okay, so I don't know if you caught that start properly, but basically at these park runs, we've got to be on our toes because there was no one that said, on your marks, get set, go. It was basically someone in the corner that just said, go. And then everyone went. I've hardly even heard it. Got to be ready for these things. The metrics on screen might look a little bit different to my usual ones, but that's because I've used the Insta360 metrics this time rather than the Garmin Verb Edit. Okay, while we sit back and enjoy this park run, let me give you a bit of an update on how my sub 220 Berlin Marathon training is coming along. So I've been training for pretty much 2.5 weeks now, specifically for the marathon distance. And it's tough, it's hard, it always is, that's for sure. I always say probably about 2 years earlier, it used to come a tiny bit easier, which just means I need to work harder and smarter than ever before. But today's session is always a key one for me, one I tend to do pretty often. And that's 4 by 5 kilometers with 1 kilometer float in between. So total run for today is about 33 kilometers. Heading into this park run, I've done about 25k. So I'm pretty cooked, but at the same time, the first 3 sets of 5ks were around goal marathon pace, which is 3:18, 3:19 per kilometer. This one, however, I have a bit of company, so super grateful for that, because towards the end of my 3rd one, it started getting super tough.
Thank you.
To put things into perspective, when I've done this parkrun in the past and given it an absolute full send, my times are usually between about 15:15 to 15:30, let's say. Let's see what I can do today at the end of this monster session. Running back towards the runners, it gives us a really good feel of what Parkrun is all about. This is Winchester Parkrun, my home parkrun, and today there were 416 runners, and thanks as ever to the marshals and volunteers. So here's a look at what I did for the previous 3 5k sets before this one, between 16:30 and 16:40, so relatively consistent, can't complain with that. But what I would have liked to do is progress throughout. I went 3:18 3:19 3:20. In the ideal world, and the way I like to train, is I would have started with 3:20 and finished with 3:18. But I'm not going to lie, in my previous builds, I've done the majority and the bulk of my training in Battersea Park, which is pancake flat and fast, even faster than a race like Berlin Marathon. Where I'm training now, it's slightly undulating, the ground's slightly uneven, lots of turns, so I'm hoping that because it's a bit tougher and I'm able to hit marathon pace, I'm going to thank myself for that come race day. So here we can see on my left, Will is taking the lead, one of the really strong local runners to Winchester. Recently it was his stag do, so I think he's still recovering from that a little bit, but we went through the first kilometer there in 3:16 per k. Here I'm having to dodge some low hanging branches for a tall bloke like me. Remember, I'm 165 centimeters or 6'1". This parkrun is basically a 2.5 lapped course, and let's just take a moment to appreciate everyone taking this bend in this parkrun. I must be honest with you, it's really nice to have some company on this run. You often hear teamwork makes the dream work. I encourage my athletes and people within Best Athletics to always work together as a team. But I'm in a position at the moment where I do about 99% of my training by myself. So I've had to get used to it. There is big benefits to doing training by yourself from the point of view that it makes you tougher for a race day, and when there's people around, it just makes sharing that work a whole lot easier. But why I do that is because I do around 90% of my training during nursery hours. I can be quite flexible with my work, thank goodness, and that's when I bank it all, so I can spend a bit of time with the family and kids on the weekend.
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie and say that this pace feels comfortable, because you can probably hear it doesn't. What I'm feeling right now is that there's quite a lot of fatigue in the leg, especially having done so much mileage for the day. At the moment I'm on about 26.5 Ks or so, but at the same time, this is what marathon training is all about, hitting that marathon pace and faster on those very tired legs. So I don't want to be too hard on myself. Yes, I would like marathon pace to feel a bit easier, but at the same time, we're still 7 weeks out from Berlin, got a whole lot of building. I'm planning to peak in 7 weeks time. And I must say, the ground was a bit sludgy and grass a bit thicker than normal, so you are having to work a whole lot faster for your paces. Come race day, fresh pair of carbon fiber shoes on those fast streets, you'll get a whole bunch of pop and reaction, making paces feel a whole lot more comfortable. This stretch is always quite nice on the first lap, but on the second lap, as you can see, that path, it's quite narrow, so you really have to concentrate. There's quite a big puddle over there, and it gets tricky to navigate, so you've got to be switched on, hold that form and anticipate things. Sharp bend and big puddle coming up. Remember, a tip to a bendy course with lots of corners. Take those corners aggressively within reason, and you'll make up 1 or 2 seconds each corner at the end of the run. That makes up a significant amount of time. Remember, my threshold heart rate is around 166, so we're well above that for now. My heart rate max that I've got to this year is 188, but we're definitely not going to hit that in this run with tired legs. Through that second kilometer we go in 3:19. Quick update on my merchandise. The new Adizero kit has landed. It is honestly next level. It's insane. It's flying. So if you want to get your hands on it, I'll put the link in the description below. Watching this back, it just was so nice having my family and my little kids at this parkrun today. Usually during school term, I've got my daughter at ballet or swimming and I'm watching her do sports, so today it's her turn to watch her daddy run. So at the moment, it's all about finding that fine balance between working hard, working within reason. Remember, generally, I would encourage an equal to negative split strategy when trying to get good results. But in a race like this, where you know you're going to hit a lot of traffic and overtake a lot of people in the second half, there's a fine line between banking good time while there's no traffic versus using too much effort in that first half. I still think parkrun is such an incredible concept. I'm all for promoting exercise, people getting out there for runs for physical and mental health, just because I know how beneficial it is to me personally, so I know I want other people to experience that as well. And on a Saturday morning, the way the city just flocks to this field, it's awesome to see. Having said that, if the Parkrun committee are watching this video right now, please give the people what the people want. Bring back the records. My thought process is that if there's enough of us that feel they should bring the records back and make enough noise about it, eventually they'll give in and bring them back. So here's Will right here taking the lead, which is quite nice, and it's a combination of us sharing the work, sharing the load. We've both gone a lot faster than what we're going today on fresher legs, but at the same time we both want to run to the best of our abilities today. Clearly Will has recovered from his recent stag do and he's getting a bit of second wind because he's looking pretty strong right now. One more lap and we take a sharp right into that finish over there. Here we can see we're starting to overtake people and someone's sneaking on the inside of the corner over there, but you know what, we'll keep that our little secret. We'll all turn a blind eye, no one saw that, and 5 kilometers the distance is. Here we go through the 3rd kilometer split in 3:20 per k. Remember, if I average 3:20 at Berlin Marathon, it's going to be over 2:20. So can I pull it back from here? That's what I'm thinking now, right now in my mind. It's getting tough, but I'm thinking at 40 k's, I promise you, it's going to be tougher for that last 2.2 k's. Dig in, find something, finish strong. Let's see if I can. Remember, grass running like this, it's really good for you because 1, you're working harder for your paces, 2, the impact is less than that of road, so you're recovering quite a bit quicker. But having said that, if you are targeting a road race, it's important to do probably the majority of your training on a similar surface to what you're racing on.
Thank you.
Because I need to get really good leg turnover and I need marathon pace to feel comfortable for a big portion of Berlin Marathon, I've actually entered a few races. So you'll see on my channel what's going to come up is a 10k race at Battersea, then I've got a 1 hour track race which I'll turn into a sort of longer run, then I'm racing the big half once again, wouldn't miss that half marathon for the world. Then about 10 days before Berlin, I've got a fast 5k race just to tune up, and then it's the big one, Berlin Marathon. So that's what my upcoming race schedule looks like. Life is far too short to not race, so I encourage us to snap out of our comfort zone and race regularly. Trust me, you won't regret it. Heading into the last third of this parkrun, I'm going to keep quiet just to give you a good feel of what it's all about and how hard we're working. But before I do, I just want to leave you with these 3 things. Number 1, please believe in yourself. I promise you, if you don't believe in yourself, no one will. So back yourself, believe in yourself, dream of it, vision it, train for it, to go get it. Number 2, use your mindset that you've used in running towards life. Running is so hard, it's so tough. It's taught me how to work hard. Before running, I didn't really work hard. I now work very hard because that's what running taught me. So use your mindset that you learned in running towards life. And then finally, number 3, no one actually cares how fast or slow you run. Yes, runners can relate, but if you go on the street and you tell someone you're a 17-minute 5k runner or a 35-minute 5k runner, no one can really compare. And I think a lot of us runners start getting obsessed with what people think about our times. Trust me, run for yourself. No one else actually cares, and go be the best you that you can be. Through the 4th kilometer in 3:18, pulled it back slightly, and we're starting to smell that finish line.
On your right. Coming on your right. On your right. Right. Wait.
Let's finish strong, Will. Come on. Nice. Tuck in.
Oh, Will showed me the inside line and I pulled off a coal hocker and taken the inside and absolutely gone for it. Jokes aside, what you didn't see in this video is I look back right there, I point for him to come next to me, but he just said go for it. I wanted to finish the session strong, so I decided to go for it. Last kilometer, fastest of the lot in 3:11.
Awesome, buddy.
Oh, that's nice.
Well done.
Oh, whew.
I am done for the day. 300 bit Ks cool down, 33 Ks for the day. I think that was around 16:20ish or so. So yeah, the fastest of the 4 sets of 5 Ks. So nice to have a bit of company. Will, how was it?
Good. It shocked the system, but good, good,
Always.
good.
Well done, champ. Right, nice running.
Last run.
Thank you, guys.
Come on in, number 1.
Thank you so much.
Well done.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Berlin, we're coming. All the way. Drive those arms. Drive those arms. Woo! Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All the way. Beautiful. Beautiful. Woo! Let's go. Well done. Beautiful work. Strong finish. How was it? Hey, are you gonna do parkrun one day? Go, Haley! Woo! So I've got Lorenzo over here. Lorenzo, how was it?
Good, I ran 17:19.
17:19.
Yeah.
You went sub 17 last week, right?
Yeah.
That's nice and consistent. How was the course?
Today I was like muddy and a bit like hot as well, but
So it was
yeah.
worth the sub 17 on a faster road.
oh yeah.
Okay, can I get a boom shakalaka?
Boom shakalaka.
Well done.